Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Yes, and it's nice and bright out. Lovely sunlight coming down on my lovely trees, giving them a little bit of sunlight so they can grow their food, make their food called photosynthesis. So let's practice the days of the week, guys, because I know you guys are getting so good at them in Irish. J. Lewin, J. March, J. Cathy, Jerdine, J. Hina, J. Saturn, J. Donny. Well done. How about French? Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi et dimanche. Wow. And I hope I'm pronouncing all of them right in your lovely French. Maybe if I'm not, you can tell me. So this week we are chatting about the Cenozoic era, the era of the mammals. Yes, the era of the mammals. There's like 130 billion mammals in our world. And the most mammals in the world are humans. Humans. We are the most mammals in the entire world. The most mammals are in Indonesia. Yes, they are. Now, our lovely mammals, the biggest mammal in our world is the whale, the Antarctic blue whale. And the biggest land mammal, does anybody know what the biggest land mammal is? The biggest mammal that lives on land? Is the elephant. Yes, there's two types of elephants. The elephant who lives in Africa and the elephant who lives in Asia. And the elephant who lives in Africa has bigger ears. His ears are actually look like the map of Africa. So when I was tracing out my elephant ears for my gorgeous, lovely little elephant that we're going to make in a minute, I used the map puzzle and traced this. So it's like Africa ears. So we'll do that in a wee second. Can anyone remember what the smallest mammal in the world is? Well, I showed you two yesterday because there's two. They think the smallest is the shrew. A little shrew, he's so small. But also, if you ask me, there's a little bumblebee bat. He's also about 3 centimeters. So they're in around the same size, which is, they're tiny. They're like so small. I would love a bumblebee bat. And I will also love a shrew. I actually would love all the animals in the world. I love them. And some of our lovely Irish wildlife, I mean, all around the world we get cool mammals like tigers and lions and koala bears. And what about in Ireland? What mammals have we got in Ireland? We've lovely mammals too. We've got little fox. He's an Irish mammal. Isn't he lovely? This gorgeous coat. We've weasels. I've seen some of these around. They're Irish mammals. And we've horses, we know that, and cows. And also squirrels. There's loads. There's so many. There's much more, guys. You should look up some with your mums and dads. So we were chatting yesterday about the woolly mammoth and how he's cousins with our lovely elephants. Where's my lovely elephant picture? He's cousins with the elephant. The woolly mammoth is extinct, but his cousin lives on. So yesterday I was making my cool elephant with my toilet roll holder. So I've made a little slit in there. That's where I'm going to put his cool trunk that he uses to suck up loads of water. Maybe give himself a shower when it gets really warm because it's hot in Africa and it's hot in Asia. And I traced out his ears, the map of Africa. So I'm going to put these on here so you guys can watch. Oh, lovely. So let's put on his lovely little ears. I'm just going to use a little stapler. You guys can use glue. I know if I put the glue on it, it'll be dry and I'll hold it up and it'll fall. So you guys can use your lovely glue. So there's my lovely African elephant. Wait a minute. How is he supposed to see where he's going? Let's give him some eyes so he can make a cool path. Do you remember I was telling you guys that he makes a path through the forest or jungle by knocking down bushes and trees to make a path for the animals to go safely to the water hole to get some drinks. So they're very good for the ecosystem. They help all the animals. And all the animals love elephants. So I'm just going to put on his wee eyes. Okay, so I'm in a bit of trouble with those eyes there. So I'll put the eyes on in a wee second. I'll put on his trunk. Oh. So I'm going to put the little trunk, and I just, remember last week when we made the frog legs? I just did the same thing with the trunk. I folded up the paper, and then I'm going to stick on his wee eyes. The tape isn't coming off them, so I'm just going to stick them on here. Oh, he's lovely. And elephants have a little bit of hair, because all mammals have hair, on the top of his head. How cute is he? I mean, come on. What could you do from a toilet roll holder? He's a lovely elephant. Here's a little joke for you guys. What time is it when an elephant sits on your fence? It's time to get a new fence, because he would break it. He's not heavy. So there's my lovely elephant. And the people say they're afraid of mice. If you ever see an elephant in a cartoon and he's like afraid of mice, I don't think they're actually afraid of them. I think they're just probably afraid they'll step on them. So there's my African elephant from Africa. And maybe later I might make an Asian one. If I was making an Asian elephant, I'd make his ears smaller, because Asian elephants have smaller ears. Oh, what would we call him? F for Eddie Elephant. Oh, I'll show you in a second, you can't see. F for Eddie Elephant. So that's my lovely elephant. He can join all the other cool things that I've made. The dinosaur, and what else did I make? A lovely frog and stuff. So that's our lovely elephant. F for elephant. We can do that sound later. Now, another mammal that lived back in the Cenozoic era was the saber-toothed tiger. A saber-toothed tiger. Look at his teeth. Now, tigers these days don't have as big teeth. They do have big teeth, but they're not as big as that. Saber-toothed tigers are extinct. They died millions of years ago. But today we've got lovely, lovely tigers. Look. A tiger is a mammal because the mummy tiger gives birth to a little cub, a cub tiger. And tigers are excellent at swimming. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. They love swimming and playing in the water. And a tiger's, believe this now, a tiger's tongue, if he licks you, it's antiseptic, which means if you had a cut on your hand and your pet tiger licked it, it would make it better, because his tongue has antiseptic on it. That is cool. And another cool thing about tigers, it's a little bit rude, but his wee-wee, his wee-wee smells like buttered popcorn. Now, I've never smelled a tiger's wee, but that's what I've read, that a tiger's wee-wee smells like buttered popcorn. Mmm, yummy. And can you see his beautiful fur coat? Do you see the stripes on it? Well, if his fur was gone off him, his skin also has the stripes. Like a polar bear's fur is white. If you were to shave him, it would be all black. A tiger, if you were to take his fur off, his skin has stripes on it. So cool. So our lovely tiger, they come from Asia. Asia is our biggest continent, and there's a lovely place in Asia called India. We talked about that before. They've got the most tigers. Tigers love living in grasslands and forests, and they love coming out at night. They're nocturnal. They like catching their prey at nighttime. He's lovely, isn't he? So that's kind of cool. So that's our lovely tiger, who's cousins with the saber-tooth tiger. And I'm going to show you on our map, lovely India. where the most tigers are from. First of all, we look at Eddie Elephant. Look. Ooh. Hi. There's Eddie Elephant. For Eddie Elephant. Oh, So let's have a look at our lovely sounds. Okay, let's pick, instead of picking something from Jojo's box, let's pick a word today. Okay, so I've got my word. Can anyone find out what sounds are on in my word I'm going to make today? So Bouncy Ben. So let's find Bouncy Ben. Who comes next? We've Ippy Ink. Let's find Ippy Ink. And also the little dot we need. And who's the last person here? We've got Golden Girl. Let's find Golden Girl. Now that is a word. What could that word be? Let's sound it out. B-A-G. B-A-G. Big. Well done. Let's get another word. Aha. Who's this guy? We've got Dippy Duck, Oscar Orange, and Golden Girl. So let's try and find those three. Dippy Duck. Well done. Oscar Orange. Can you find Oscar Orange? Up here. Good job. Dippy Duck, Oscar Orange, and Golden Girl. There she is up there. Now you've made another word, guys. What could this word be? Let's sound it out. D-og. D-og. Dog. Whoa, big dog. Let's try another word, guys. That is so good. Okay, so we've got, Walter Walrus. We know he wets everybody in Letterland. And we need to find Eddie Elephant, and we need to find Talking Tess. Okay, let's go. There's Walter Walrus. Thank you, Walter Walrus. Now we need Eddie Elephant. Look, our lovely elephant. Eddie Elephant. And we also need Talking Tess. Ta-da! Talking Tess. Now you've made another word, guys. Let's sound it out. W-et. W-et. Wet. Big, wet dog. Cool, we're kind of making a sentence. And let's pick one more word here. Okay, so we need to find Harry Hatman, Annie Apple, Talking Tess. Where's Harry Hatman? Harry Hatman's over here. Harry Hatman. Who do we say next? Annie Apple. Annie Apple. And Talking Tess. Now we've in another word. At. Hat. Excellent. Now let me show you on our lovely map where our lovely tigers come from. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Antarctica. Don't forget Australia. You guys are getting so good at your map now. I've heard from all your mummies and your daddies that you're getting better than them at the map. So well done, kids. I'm so proud of you. It's cool to know where everything is. So our lovely, lovely tigers. Here's Asia, the biggest continent. And tigers like to live around here because there's lots of grassland. And on the coast of Japan, look. Japan actually looks like a dragon, doesn't it? Japan, and also the most tigers in India is here. Look, India. Remember we talked about that last week? That's where they've got the most starfish as well. I mean, cool. Here's Sri Lanka. My friend Donna went to visit. She had a great time. The lovely Indian people showed her how to cook some really lovely Indian food. That's really cool. So that's our absolutely lovely map where the cool, cool animals of the world come from. And remember, we used to have Pangea, and now they're spread out. So here's our other lovely map that we were chatting about our mammals yesterday. Can anybody remember, oops, sorry about that, where our lovely mammal lions come from? Africa. Lions come from Africa. What about our gorgeous, lovely mammals? Our polar bears. North America, up here at the very, very top, the Arctic. So cold up there. Polar bears love that. I was watching a cool program about polar bears, and the mummy polar bear leaves the cub on the big lump of ice as she swims in to the sea to catch her lovely food, maybe a seal or maybe a penguin. Then she comes back out, and then as she eats her food, her little cub will drink her milk. So that is so cool. What about our lovely deer, our little fawn, a baby deer from Europe, our continent. We've lovely fawns. Lovely. And how about we do one more? Oh yes, my favourite. Look at all these mammals. They are down at the waterhole drinking in Africa. These are our lovely African mammals. And the elephants would have made a path through the forest for them to come safely down to the waterhole, what I was telling you about. So that's really cool. So our mammals, we know, guys, have fur. Our mammals give birth to their babies. And our mammals, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. My new little setup isn't working as well. I need a cameraman. So our lovely mammals, there's 130 billion mammals in the world. Mammals evolved around the same time as the reptiles and the dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs were killed by the coldness that caused planet Earth when the asteroid crashed because the sun got covered up. But mammals are warm-blooded, so they didn't need the sun as much as the dinosaurs did. So the dinosaurs became extinct and the mammals started to rule the world. Yes, and we come soon. Humans will evolve soon from mammals. Today I'm going to read you a lovely story. There's lots of mammals in it, actually. I didn't realize that when I picked it. It says, shh, don't wake the baby. They're in a jungle. So everyone get comfy. Joe's little story. Sorry if the camera's a bit sideways. Shh, don't wake the baby. Oh, come on. Look what we've just been chatting about. Ta-da! Elephant. In amongst the shady trees and close by the waterhole, we were just talking about that too, Mummy Elephant had just got the new baby off to sleep. Now, little elephant, she said to her son, please be very quiet this afternoon. Don't wake the baby. Okay, Mummy, I'll be quiet. And he gave her a big kiss and ran off to do something quiet. Little elephant wasn't known for being quiet. He could make a big hullabaloo doing even the smallest thing. So he crashed through the forest, trampled down the undergrowth, and generally made an awful sound. Giraffe stretched her long neck down. Shh, don't wake the baby. Thanks for reminding me, said Little Elephant. And she tiptoed off, not to break a single twig, because that would make noise. That's better, said Giraffe kindly, and she went back to having her lunch, munching the tall, tall trees in the forest, because a giraffe is a herbivore. Of all his favourite things to do, bathing in the water hole was just the best and so much fun for Little Elephant. So he didn't even stop to think. When he got there, jumped and splashed right in. Then he noisily sucked up a trunk full of cool muddy water and poured it over his head. But Hippo, amongst the other animals, wasn't impressed. Shh, don't wake the baby, said the hippo. Oh, whoops, said the elephant. I need a quieter way of getting clean. Gingerly he climbed out of the water and had a quiet shower instead of a noisy bath. Once he was clean, Little Elephant was starving, so he rushed to his favorite tree, because elephants are herbivores as well, and he got a trunk full of the juicy leaves. He had no idea he was making so much noise. Grandpa Monkey said, "Ksh, you wake the baby." But I'm just eating like everybody else, said Elephant. But you're bigger and you're messier and you're noisier. Aw, that's a bit mean. He and all the other monkeys showed him how to eat more quietly. Little Elephant was miserable. He couldn't do any of his favourite things without being noisy, and he had never so many people telling him off in the one day. He gave a big sigh. This is so unfair. All of a sudden, he got a funny feeling in his trunk. His trunk was a bit tickly. Little Elephant blinked and shook his trickly trunk from side to side. Something's going to happen, he thought, and it isn't going to be quiet. He gave a gasping, helpless snort and, achoo! You've woken the baby, said Mummy. Flowers and leaves fluttered all around. One flower landed in the baby's cradle. All the animals waited for the baby to start screaming, crying. But the baby just giggled. Oh, for you, said the elephants. The end. So all those lovely mammals that were in the jungle, they evolved from all the lovely mammals millions of years ago. The saber-toothed tiger and the woolly mammoth. Look at all these guys. So that is so cool in the Cenozoic era that we've got lovely mammals. So we talk more about our lovely mammals tomorrow, and then how did humans come about? I hope you have a lovely afternoon, and it's a bit rainy out, so get the puddles. Get out in those puddles for a bit of puddle power, and go have fun making an elephant. Doesn't have to be an elephant. You could make anything from one of these toilet roll holders. It's so cool. See you tomorrow, guys. Love you.